and cannot win that one-on-one battle with Jonathan Tah, who stands tall and strong. No room to work. And more shoving going on. Nico Schlotterbeck and Tim Weah getting into it. We saw this interaction just a minute ago. A new era of soccer in the United States of America. The game has grown so much since the country last hosted 1994, and that man, Christian Pulisic, at the forefront of that increase in fandom in soccer. At the sound of the whistle, we are underway from Soldier Field in Chicago, Illinois. The final tune-up for the United States and Germany before the Anthony Robinson defending. Zane onto his left. Heavy touch and a foul from McKennie. Kimmich backside header, and Germany has struck. Kai Havertz, fresh off his goal in the Champions League final, has made it 1-0. Unbelievable on the set piece. Credited with the assist on the Havertz goal. Unleashes Zane. Can't keep it in, and Havertz puts it through. But it did cross the byline. And from any angle in the stadium, you could tell. But Kai Havertz is putting himself in the right spot to convert. Dated it here. Centering ball. Deflected by Tillman. Troubled along the byline. Down. A battle. Brown right in the face of Dest. It finally falls back to Ali Baumann. And play stopped. What a sequence there for Nathaniel Brown all over Serginho Dest. Politic going forward and have space to work. Through inside. Havertz in and barely misses. Pulisic. Christian Pulisic has McKennie in the middle. Ops to Balogun. Balogun centrally and puts it ahead of Dest. Excellent pass from Fuller and Balogun, but a daring pass eventually collected. Anthony Robinson draws the corner kick for the U.S. today. From distance, a rocket over the head of Ali Baumann. Mauricio Pochettino and off the header. Fuller and Balogun has Pulisic. Balogun shot blocked by Jonathan Tah. And it's back-to-back corner kicks for the United States, and they're starting. Pulisic onto his right. Ball played centrally. Couldn't find it. Robinson. They do. Dest. McKennie, his feet inside to Pulisic. And Joshua Kimmich play to Leroy Zane. He goes again for another switch. And the header prevented. Muscle bundle, in his left quads. And Zane. Inaccurate cross. 2026 World Cup. Serginho Dest. Out in open races. And it was a clean. Nathaniel Brown taken down. And Robinson was quite excited in the action. Loved the physical play. And Piero Mazzo with a late whistle to check on the first German. Kimmich taken down. Ball's loose. Jersey might have been tugged. And Pulisic. Part of Bayern Munich winning the Bundesliga. Freeze with that knockout competition experience. Ready to go. Serginho Dest's cross. Knocked out of play. Out past the byline. In a day where crossing has been hard to come by. Might have hit the head of Free. Keeps it in the U.S. attacking half. But a slow roller, a dangerous ball, and Ream tugged down from behind. And he is shaken up on the play. It was an awkward fall for the U.S. captain. Alex Freeman naturally a right back, and they'll be tested here in transition. Zane through, and Ream with a pivotal poke. Off the volley, it rolls and it finds Freeze. That strike taken out of air. We'll have to fall in defensively here. Outswinging ball. Edge of the 6. Jonathan Tah away, and Robinson! Simply sensational. Wondrous. And emphatic all in one. The U.S. flying high in Chicago. Jonathan Tah with the initial touch, and Anthony Robinson with the best goal he might ever see. One away by Tyler Adams, a chippy play nonetheless, and it sets up Pulisic on the break. He has McKennie ahead, advantage played. Fuller and Balogun has Dest on the opposite side, crosses it and cannot connect. Malik Tillman was in the vicinity, and Christian Pulisic is down. Let's go quickly. Pulisic floats it backside. Freeman, and it's batted out by Baumann. And they'll say it was last touched by Kimmich. All through. Flag stays down. Havertz in search of the brace. Slow roller through it. It gets to Dest. Dest over the head of Baumann. Only we can wonder the last 10 minutes. Pulisic has Greengrass to work. Christian Pulisic lets it go. It took a deflection. And the U.S. head to their most favorites have struck once off a set piece. They're in search of it again. Tillman in swinger. And that header off. Germany was coming into today. They had scored 8 goals. Dead on lead for either side would really make the difference. Musiala goes down. And he pressured. Germany win it back. Mecha, 3 minutes of stoppage time announced. It's just physical play from Christian Pulisic. Not afraid to get crafty and create contact with Germany's captain. Sometimes if you want a job done, you just simply have to do it yourself. Every challenge, every action. And it's Robinson out to Pulisic. Sees daylight, and Pulisic has that one knocked away. And a little frustrated in search of giving the U.S. a lead before 1-year-old. Outswinger. It's daring. And Zane tried to do his best impression of Anthony Robinson. The U.S. again. A little more threatening off the head of Balogun. An acrobatic attack. Early movement. Kai Havertz taking advantage of his space. Robinson defending. It was last touched. And we're ready to go for the second half of play between the United States and Germany. Fuller and Balogun. Malik Tillman slides it through. Christian Pulisic denied. A second chance rejected. And the United States somehow cannot convert. But the offside flag is up. Necessarily be there. They'll have to work upfield quickly. It's Havertz. He leaves it. And it's Matt Freese who stops Mecha. Of close games since he's taken over as head coach of the U.S. And Pulisic goes down on his own accord. He couldn't disagree more. But the U.S. maintained breadth. Havertz and company. It's Brown. Havertz. Shot blocked. Adams knocks it down. Mecha. Zane goes down. Tillman there. And a foul in threatening territory against the U.S. And Pulisic refuses to let go of the ball. Mecha wants to go fast, and Biramazzo won't allow it. Now this is near side. Long ball, not even close for Leroy Zane. Mazzo wishes for the foul. It's quickly played ahead. Touched by Pulisic, and heavy if that. Pulisic loves the look, approves. A good run in motion. Foul against the U.S. Mecha. Musiala. Into Mecha. Ream won't have it. In the box, chance and confidence, and it's put home for Germany. Leroy Sané had been knocking on the door all match. The German faithful in the crowd erupt. They had settled down in the area, and it's Sané who can rifle it past the outstretched arms of Matt Freese. Havertz misses Musiala. Freeze off his line, collects. And Germany smartly have tested that spot. Sané, Alexander Pavlovic, back to Wirtz. Pavlovic, curler over the head of Matt Freese. Tillman goes down. The first booking of the afternoon shown. It goes the way of Germany. Piero Manzo quick to his pocket. Was his best man and a best chance for Germany. Knocked down, and Freese scrambles to get to the ball and might have taken a collision. And Freese did, holding on to his head in a bit. Receives, Reyna double teamed. Gio Reyna, no room to work, and a sliding shot slowly rolls to the feet of Ali Baumann. Plus, you have two options at the striker spot. Many teams are in search for one, as Undov nearly had another. Really make his case to be in the starting 11. Could have a chance to receive as David Raum sends that one right to the U.S. threatening. Bouncer in. Joe Scally steps to it. Oh, a difficult shot. And an even better save from Ali Baumann. World. Yeah, Jonathan Tah right there. Germany wins it back. Leon Goretzka inside. It falls. Amiri so close. And he'll want that one back. The caliber of Germany and hang with them. Says a lot as they go from distance. What a save from Oliver Baumann. Brendan Aronson with a near stroke. His goal in the first half. Reyna with it again. Played back, and Berhalter, the outswinger. Another chance blocked. Nifty move from Scally, and what a poke. Players falling everywhere. The physicality beginning to show. And cannot win that one-on-one battle with Jonathan Tah, who stands tall and strong. No room to work. And more shoving going on. Nico Schlotterbeck and Tim Weah getting into it. We saw this interaction just a minute ago. Maintain this attack. Trusty. Anton that may have written these two countries off as this ball into the box. And there it is, the final whistle from Chicago, Illinois. Germany.
Unethical but legal ways to make money. Part 6. First, realize that life insurance companies are sitting on over $1 billion in unpaid death benefits. When a policyholder passes away, the company quietly keeps holding and investing that cash, betting that the grieving family has no idea the policy even exists. Go to the National Association of Insurance Commissioners website and use their official life insurance policy locator. Cross-reference it with state registries to extract lists of unclaimed payouts worth over $50,000. Here is where it gets dark. Use basic OSINT and public records to track down the clueless beneficiaries. They are usually everyday people drowning in debt, completely unaware they are legally rich. But you don't give them the key for free. You contact them as an independent asset recovery agent, offered to unlock their hidden inheritance in exchange for a 25% contingency fee. Sign the contract, your AI submits the verification paperwork, and you pocket $12,000 for one afternoon of internet research. You are legally forcing multi-billion-dollar corporations to cough up what they stole while taxing the ignorance of the people people they tried to rob. Most of you are too lazy to search a public registry. Did you know life insurance companies are quietly holding over $1 billion in unclaimed death benefits right now? Drop yes or no right now. Follow System Cracker.
Unethical but legal ways to make money. Part 5. Step 1. Every American with a mortgage is paying for private mortgage insurance they may no longer legally owe. PMI is automatically added when your down payment is under 20%. Lenders are required by federal law to cancel it automatically when your equity reaches 22%. Most never do. They keep charging until you catch it. Step 2. Log into your mortgage account and pull your current loan balance. Go to Zillow.com and check your home's current estimated value. Divide your loan balance by the home value. If the result is below 80%, your PMI should already be canceled. Call your lender today and demand immediate cancellation in writing. Step 3. Request a full refund of every PMI payment made after your equity crossed 20%. Under the Homeowners Protection Act, your lender is legally required to refund unauthorized PMI charges. If they refuse, file a complaint with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau at consumerfinance.gov. Step 4. The average American homeowner overpays PMI for 14 months past the cancellation. Threshold at $50 per month. That is over $2,000 taken illegally. Your lender knew your equity crossed the threshold. They charged you anyway. Call today. Have you ever checked if your PMI should have already been canceled? Drop yes or no right now. Follow System Cracker. Unethical but legal ways to make money. Part 4. Go to Forge Global Equities, Zen or Heave. Right now, these are regulated secondary markets where employees and early investors at private companies legally sell their pre-IPO shares before the company ever goes public. You can buy shares in SpaceX, Ripe, and OpenAI right now on the open secondary market. Not through a connection, not through a venture fund. Through a regulated platform processing these transactions legally every single day. Here is why this is ruthless. When Uber went public, its shares had already returned 1,000% to early investors before the IPO opened. Retail investors, who could only buy at the listing price, got the scraps. Secondary market buyers got the wealth. You are buying at a fraction of what the public market will eventually price the company at once. Institutional investors bid it up on listing day. One investor in San Francisco bought $15,000 in secondary shares of a data infrastructure company in 2019. When it went public in 2021, his position was worth $340,000. He found the shares on a platform that has been operating legally since 2013. The IPO was never the beginning of the trade. Did you know you can buy shares in companies like SpaceX and OpenAI right now before they ever go public? Drop yes or no right now. Follow System Cracker. Unethical but legal ways to make money. Part 4. Go to FTC Gov right fuck now and search refund program. The Federal Trade Commission has won billions of dollars in settlements against major American companies for illegally overcharging or deceiving their customers. Equifax, Facebook, Amazon, Ford, various payday lenders. The FTC is legally required to distribute that money directly back to the affected customers. Most affected customers never claim their share. The average unclaimed FTC refund sits between $30 and $500. Some individual settlements have payouts over $2,000. One man in Michigan discovered the FTC had been holding $847 in Equifax settlement, money in his name since the 2019 data breach settlement. The Equifax breach affected 147 million Americans. Most of them never filed a claim. He had no idea he was eligible. Found the FTC refund page on a Tuesday afternoon while searching for something completely unrelated. He filed the claim in 8 minutes. A check arrived 3 weeks later. Equifax had his personal data stolen. The FTC won a settlement on his behalf. The money sat in a government account with his name on it for 2 years. Equifax never called him. The FTC never sent him a letter. Nobody told him the money existed. The FTC has paid out over $400 million in refunds since 2019. Most of it went unclaimed because most people never knew to look. Have you ever checked FTC Gov to see if you are owed money from a corporate settlement? Drop yes or no right now. Follow System Cracker.
Unethical but legal ways to make money. Part 17. Go on Google and search for trade line rental companies. You're going to see a list of businesses that do something banks don't want you to know about. Here's how it works. Rich people have credit cards. Some of them are 15, 20 years old. Perfect payment. History high limits. And those people can legally add strangers to their account as authorized users. You never get a physical card. You can't spend a single dollar, but their entire credit history copies onto your profile instantly. Banks see it, lenders see it, the system sees it. Companies charge up to $1,500 to connect you with these people, but you can go direct. Find someone with a strong credit profile, offer them $200 to $300 to add you for 30 days after one billing cycle. Your score jumps sometimes 80, sometimes 120 points. Now walk into a bank and apply for a business line of credit. You qualify. You get $20,000, $50,000. You didn't earn that credit history, you rented it. The bank approved you based on someone else's reputation, and that reputation cost you $300. That's not illegal. That's how the system actually works. Have you ever heard of renting someone else's credit history to boost your own score overnight? ToughNight? Drop yes or no right now. Follow System Cracker.
Unethical but legal way to make money part 7. Your electricity bill has a secret line item. Most people never see it. Every utility company in America is legally required to offer low-income assistance programs. But here's the part they hide. You do not have to be low income to qualify for every program. There are separate efficiency rebate programs, weatherization grants, appliance replacement credits, all publicly available, all completely free money sitting unclaimed every single billing cycle. Call your utility company right now. Ask specifically for their rebate and assistance program list, not their website, their actual internal program list. Most people on that call get between $200 and $800 credited directly to their account same day. Your bill was never supposed to be that high. Have you ever called your utility company and asked for their full program list? Drop yes or no right now. Follow System Cracker.
Unethical but legal ways to make money, Part 7. Go to the official U.S. federal government procurement system at SAMGov and filter for active micro-purchase contracts. Look for military bases or federal agencies requesting simple, mundane supplies like heavy-duty generators, copper wire, or basic tech hardware. The government is a bloated, bureaucratic machine. They don't shop around for discounts, they just legally accept the lowest public bid from a registered contractor. Find those exact same items in bulk from private industrial wholesalers or commercial liquidators for a fraction of the requested budget. Submit an official bid to the government at a massive markup, knowing exactly what your wholesale cost is going to be. When you win the contract, you immediately pay the supplier to ship the goods directly to the federal delivery address. You don't own a warehouse, you don't touch the inventory, and you don't have a single employee on payroll. You just insert yourself into the middle of the most inefficient spending machine on the planet. The taxpayers foot the massive bill, the military gets their supplies, and you walk away with a $5,000 profit for copying and pasting a tracking number. Did you know the government accepts the lowest public bid without ever checking wholesale prices first? Drop yes or no right now. Follow System Cracker. Unethical but legal ways to make money, Part 53. This is how private equity firms scavenge billions in plain sight. Step 1. Stop looking for houses and start looking for escrow ghosts. Go to the SEC Unclaimed Dividends portal. You're looking for major corporations that merged between 2010 and 2020. Millions in payouts are sitting in frozen escrow because shareholders vanished or died. Step 2. Search for small cap entities that held stock in these giants. But here's the trick. Look for companies that are administratively dissolved. The company is legally dead, but the state is still holding their six-figure dividend check. Step 3. And this is where people mess up. They try to find the old owners. I file a petition for reinstatement for the dead entity. For a $300 fee, I become the new officer of a company that on paper owns $50,000 in cash. Step 4. Once active, file a corporate claim with the state treasurer. Since you are the legal officer of the resurrected entity, the check goes to your address. You aren't stealing. You're just the only one who bothered to bring the owner back to life. And the craziest part is, most people never realize that. Did you know you can legally bring a dissolved company back to life and claim its forgotten dividend money? Drop yes or no right now. Follow System Cracker.
Unethical but legal way to make money, Part 50. The government loses money every single day on contracts. Nobody claimed. And you can take them legally right now. Here is exactly how. Every year, the U.S. government posts thousands of contracts worth millions of dollars. Most go completely unclaimed. Nobody bids, nobody shows up because nobody told you they existed. These are called micro contracts under $25,000 each. No competition required by law. You apply, you get paid. No experience needed. No office, no employee. Just a laptop and a registration. SamGov is the website free to register today. Thousands of open contracts waiting right now. Pick one matching your skill. Write a one-page proposal. Government pays within 30 days. Most people think government contracts are only for big corporations. That is exactly what they want you to think. Small businesses win over 25% of all federal contracts every single year. That is billions of dollars going to ordinary people who simply showed up and applied. Act 3 contracts monthly. That is $2,000 minimum guaranteed for money. Already sitting there waiting for someone brave enough to show up. They posted this money publicly. They hoped nobody would notice. Did you know thousands of federal micro contracts go unclaimed every single year because nobody bothers to apply? Drop yes or no right now. Follow System Cracker.